Good. All right. My name is Ezra Moyer, and I'm the CEO of our company, Midwest Computer Solutions. And we are a company that specializes in the manufacturing and refurbishing of computers. And to start, I'd like to ask, have any of you ever actually attempted to build your own computer? You have? How was that experience?
Pretty easy.
Easy? How long did it take you?
Like a week or so.
A week? Did you order all the parts like off the internet or?
Yeah.
Okay. So when building a computer, there's hundreds of different components that go into it, and it can be very complex. And that's why we have an experienced team of trusted employees who are tasked with the putting together of these computers, and they'll be gone into a little further in depth later in the presentation. So at Midwest Computer Solutions, our company's mission statement is to produce reliable, long-lasting computers and bring the best possible user experience to our customers, all the while keeping safety, privacy, efficiency at the forefront of our business. We don't just prioritize building computers, but also people. So a little bit about how our company got started. We built our first office in our only factory in Lincoln in 2018. We saw the demand for all electronics, specifically computers, continue to increase while supply was staying roughly the same. Also, we saw an opportunity to set ourselves apart from competitors who produce all their products overseas in places like China. We are proud to be based and operate 100% in the United States, therefore producing the best quality and the most trusted products. So altogether, our company has 175 employees spread across 3 states and cities, which include Lincoln, Nebraska, Kansas City, Missouri, and Chicago, Illinois. So because our offices and employees are spread out, we strive to have great communication within our company. We have a sales team that does sales in person, online, and over the phone. And this can be tricky at times. We also have a service support team that works in the offices receiving calls from customers. And all these different departments within our company present the complicated task of communicating internally between all of them. For example, when we decided to renovate all of our offices, we had to communicate across all levels of the company because some of these workers, like the service support team, would no longer be able to work in the office, but they would have to move their work to home. And we sent out an email to all of the office workers, and we called the office managers, let them know about the renovations and what's going on. And to give you an example, I'll read that email to you now. Valued employees of Midwest Computer Solutions, this email is to notify you all about the upcoming renovations that will be beginning on the office spaces. We have made the decision to revamp and remodel the offices in hopes of providing a better and more comfortable working environment for all of you. During this time in which the offices are under construction, we will be asking you to work from home or wherever you feel most comfortable. This should be a very temporary situation. If you have any troubles, feel free to contact any of your higher ups. We look forward to seeing you all back in our new remodeled offices soon. So in this email, I try to demonstrate and make our employees feel valued, all the while not wasting any of their time and getting straight to the point. Even though for some having to move their work to home may be a hassle, we gave them something to look forward to, which is coming back to the new remodeled offices. Another example in which we had to communicate within the company, but this time not as much as a positive way, is when we had to let one of our employees go, and specifically our factory manager, due to various reasons. And letting someone go can bring up a tricky situation on how you go about letting your employees know, because you don't want other employees to worry about their own job safety, but you also don't want to say too much about the particular individual or the situation due to like lawsuits. So here's that email that we sent out notifying employees of the letting go of the factory manager. So the purpose of this email is to let you all know about the recent departure of one of our factory managers. We felt it was best for our company and for all of us to go in a different direction in terms of a factory manager. I won't go too into details, but I would like you all to know that this was an isolated occurrence and you have nothing to worry about as far as your own job security goes. So as you can tell from this email, I tried to keep it very focused and to make sure that everyone knew that what was happening was an isolated occurrence and not something that they need to worry about as far as their own job safety goes. And I also made sure to be respectful on behalf of the individual that was being let go. So there are many different communications situations that a CEO or a manager may be put into, and how you respond to those situations can really impact your employees and the company's culture. So it's really important as a CEO or a manager or a communications officer to evaluate the situation and figure out which communication strategy is right for you in that situation. Now I will let Shay, who's our communications officer, continue.
Thank you. So, I'm going to talk about communication through sales. So communications with our customers is mainly online. So like our website, live chat options, email, text, and phone calls. Because we have a factory that produces the products, we think we will have limited personal interaction. Even though our communication is mainly online, we still want to personalize every interaction we have with our customers. So our customers will be talking to real people over the phone. We don't want them talking to robots because we know that can be very frustrating to some people. We will use positive language with a touch of empathy to show that we really care and really stay away from negative phrases. We find Slack to be very beneficial within our company. Slack brings all teams from around, internal and external teams together across locations, time zones, and working styles. In Slack, we can work securely with our partners, vendors, and customers because emails sometimes can be hard to reach out to people. Emails can be sent to your junk or be spammed right away. So when it came to COVID, we did not have a hard time communicating with our customers just because we were already an online source of communication. But when it came to employees, we had to incorporate Zoom. So we wanted to keep the relationships that we built within the factory. So the Zoom calls, we kept that face-to-face interaction as much as possible to keep those relationships that we built in the company together. So next I'm going to talk about one of the most effective tools our company used for communication. That was a flyer. So with a very busy office, we used flyers to promote our holiday Christmas party. So the flyer you see on the screen, were hung up all over the office. They were very eye-catching and include the most important but basic information like the date, time, and location. So as you can see, I have it right here. It just says celebrate the season, a little quote, and then join us for cocktails, dinner, and games Saturday, December 17th at 7 p.m. So as a communications officer, I also sent out an email explaining a little bit more about the party because I felt like the flyer just doesn't give that much information. But with a flyer, you also don't want to have a whole bunch of words on it. So in the email, I sent out what we will be eating, drinking, what games some of your family members can attend if they want, and also a poll in the email to RSVP ahead of time. So you could click yes, maybe, or no. And we found this option to be very beneficial to planning our party. So next, we're going to talk about the communication plan. When our company, Midwest Computer Solutions, decided to announce their involvement in United Way campaign, we had to come up with a communication plan. So our communication plan looks like who, what, how, and when. So first we need to decide who our audience is. So we decided it would be our employees and maybe some of their family members. With this message, we need to make sure it captures our audience's attention, but also keeps them engaged. Next, what type of message? So this can vary with the audience. With an announcement like this, we want our message to be very informative and straight to the point. So for example, we would say something like, investing in our community is important. And right now, Midwest Computer Solutions can demonstrate our support by participating in the United Way's annual campaign. How will we get this announcement across? We want to determine the appropriate delivery method. Sometimes email, like I said before, can be hard to reach our employees because it can be spammed or sent to junk. So with this announcement, we use Slack. It forces the employees to open the message and get a full view, but also working securely just within our department. Finally, when do we make this announcement, and when we do, how often? So something our company decided to do was send it out on a Monday so that it starts off the week strong, but if you have any problems during the week, you can come to a manager and talk to them. We don't want to send it out on like a Friday because then it could be stuck in some of our employees' heads during the weekend, and we don't want the weekends to be focused on work. We want them to be focused on their family. So next is our newsletter. So we found a lot of success when it comes to newsletters. So what is the purpose of our newsletter? Our newsletter provides all updates, what's new in the company. It informs everybody about the purpose of the company, what is need to be followed for certain tasks, We also use it to promote resource and communication tools of our company for better and effective communication. So what do our newsletters include? This can vary on what is going on during the month. So what we included were any company updates, upcoming events, success stories, project updates, news, and different like successes. So this is what our newsletter looks like. So on the right here, we included a short story. So we thought a short story would be a good idea because it lets you kind of forget about what's going on during the week, but it also informs you about maybe what's going on in an employee's life, a different success story, just different things like that. The next thing we included were any upcoming events. So we have the holiday Christmas party, Toys for Tots, a meeting, and then just a little bullet point saying Merry Christmas, hope you enjoy your time off. We want this section to be very informative, but a reminder also for something that people can look forward to. The next thing we included was any upcoming news. So this can be very informative. So for example, we use this section to announce a recent change in healthcare provided by the company. So this section, it just gives like a brief update about what's going on. And if you have any problems, please contact our office. So the next section we used was a recent success. So we wanted to highlight something that stuck out to management. It could be a success within the company or outside of the company by one of the employees. And the final information on our newsletter were any project updates. So we want our newsletters to be short and straight to the point. We do not want our employees to be bored, but to enjoy what they're reading and make it look pleasing to the eye. So now we're going to have our sales manager, Hunter Hinkey, head of HR and customer support, Austin Brown, and CFO, Roland Meister, come to the stage to talk about.
Thank you, Shay. Within our company, we have people who work in sales. These people's jobs are sales techniques where they try to get as many people as possible to become a potential customer and to basically to buy what our product or what our company is providing, which is our product. Sales is an important job in the business world. It helps communicate what the company is trying to get across and what services are provided and what the customer will be getting from the company. Within our company, we hit all sides of the market. We sell our product online, in person, and by telephone. Most of our sales are online on our website, as well as doing online ads. On our website, we have customer support and ways that our customers can find us, as well as reach us. Online is our best way to reach out to new and existing customers. We make over 65% of our company's sales online. We also put ads in newspapers and in magazines, as well as on TV and buying billboards to get our company's name out. These in-person ads help produce sales within our company. People see our company on ads and are directed to our website, where from there they purchase our different products that we sell. Our sales team is also working on getting phone calls out to potential customers and selling products through telephone. We also provide customer support within office hours, and we make it our company's goal to help customers. In each of our company's sites, we specifically push sales in different ways depending on the area we are located in. Our company uses these different ways of sales tactics that are specific to the location to help draw in certain people in those areas to help the sales within our company. Our company has seen an increase in sales in each one of our 3 locations by using specific sales to each region. Each month, we have a monthly meeting where we discuss our agenda on what to cover and what our company needs to do to become successful. We have our important dates and reminders first thing. That way, our employees know what is going on and when. We also talk about each location in our company and how many sales each of them have made. Then we talk about our overall company and our quarterly sales our company has made. Our agenda for this month, we'll be talking about important dates like December 15th, when our new product will hit the market, and other important dates to finish out the year. We'll also discuss our 3 locations and how they have been doing in products and in sales. We will then talk about our overall company and how it's been doing as a whole, and talk about our quarterly sales, which have made throughout the year. So this is our monthly agenda, and as you can see, we put important dates first. That way it lets everyone know what is going on in the upcoming days, like the 17th, Saturday, December 17th, when we have our Christmas party. Then we'll talk about the company's sites and how well they are producing for us. So you see right here, we have our 3 locations and how much it has produced for us. So like Lincoln has produced 15% of the sales for us in 2022. Next is our overall company and what we can do as a company to do better as a whole. So our overall company, what we do, our customer satisfaction, our product turnout, shipping costs after COVID, and material cost. And lastly, we'll discuss our quarterly sales. And since it's the end of the year, we are wrapping up our quarterly sales all together, as you can see by the chart. We also get our company's name out by mailing out new sales packet every month with new products on it. On each packet for each month, we have a brief description about our company and our values. We have new monthly images and some of our products that we sell, and reviews from some of our past customers. We also include our awards that we have won throughout the year, as well as where our stores are located and how to find our website and how to contact us. Sales packets are the best way that we can reach out to new customers. We include when our new products will come out and include days when our stores have deals and how much products will cost. This is a way to reach out to people who might not know about us through our ads and website. A sales packet helps tell people our company values while showing some of our products that we sell. By having a new sales packet for every month, this will let our customers know when deals will come out, when new products will hit the market, and what's new about our company. This is our month's sales packet. It includes a brief about our company values and awards that our company has won. It also includes some of the products that we sell, as you can see on the bottom, and when some of the products will be released. At the bottom of each sales packet for every month, we include our website and our 3 locations. That way everyone who reads it can find us. Now I'll pass it on to Austin Brown.
Thanks, Thanks, Hunter. As said before, my name is Austin Brown, and I am the head of HR and customer support here at Midwest Computer Solutions. I've been with the company for a while now and been overseeing the hiring, training, happiness, and retention of our employees, as well as making sure that our customers are happy without any distress. That being said, on our side of the industry, our company is looking for employees who are determined and have the ability of construction and testing of our product. Being a part of a team is more to us than just clocking and clocking out. We want our employees to work together and to work in a safe space. We want employees feeling as if they can act like themselves and not put on a work persona. When looking to hire someone, we are looking for some key qualifications. We're looking for someone with a technology background and experience in the creation and restoration of computers. We are also looking for a person who's easygoing and who creates a healthy and safe work environment. A person who's able to learn and able to quickly overcome adversity if there's any challenges in the workplace. Midwest Computer prides itself on the punctuality of our employees as well. For instance, if an employee is routinely late and continues to be late even after the employee has received several warnings, we here at HR will step in and investigate the situation. If the situation is something going on at home, we like to intervene and make sure that there's nothing on our side that we can help with. If we have a multitude of services, we can extend our hand in benefits such as counseling, offer the employee offer the employee like sick days or time off if they need to fix whatever's going on outside. But sometimes disciplinary action isn't the best course to take, and employees should just be let go. Employees are the single biggest asset to any organization, so it then goes without saying protecting their well-being is of the utmost importance. And a few ways HR helps support our employees is providing career growth. Staying in one position with no room for growth is a poor design for a company. In a company, you want to grow with it, not just stay behind, be left in the dust. So we like to offer opportunities for our employees to grow, maybe move out of one position to another, probably or preferably reach a higher position and excel in whatever they're excelling at currently. Flexible schedules. We want our employees to feel as if they have a choice. And so we want to make sure that they have the opportunity to work their schedule and to adjust it as needed to make sure that their lives outside of work are just as important as their ones inside. 3, supporting health and wellness. Work weeks can get very stressful, so it's important to remember that employees are people too. They'll need help making it through mental illness, health issues, debt, pregnancies, adoption, other life problems that can come up. HR can help support these employees through any of these circumstances. I'm sure you all know the main contacting for HR. HR is kind of seen as the big bad. However, it is a safe space for all employees. Employees should feel comfortable reaching out to their HR departments, especially in these situations. When you or a coworker experience harassment, discrimination from your colleagues, including your manager, stuff like this even happens with higher ups. And so we want to make sure our employees feel safe, that they can, no matter who the person is, they have a safe space to come to and get their voices heard. With any questions about benefits, talking about growth as well, which we'll touch on in just a second. Want to make sure that our employees, if they have any questions, like how they can do better, how they can grow with the company, they can get them asked and answered. When they're having personal circumstances, so ergo, when they're having a child or need to reduce their hours for some reason. When you have questions about advancing at the company, growing or expanding out of your hired on position. So if running, there's a new job opening, or if there is such an ability to grow and be better with the company, possibly earn more pay. Or when you need a third-party look. So on some of our products, they can be challenging, and sometimes people are just having a bad day. And so we really want them to make sure that they have an extra set of hands if need be. Now to show an example of what happens when we receive a new hire, especially one at such high ranking as this. And so I'd like to look at our press release for our new CFO. I'm not ready to start off the screen, but this is basically entailing our new hire, our new CFO, Roland. This will go out to all employees and basically just indicate what's going on, a quick summary. Don't want to waste people's time. In the top up here, I have my email in case you need to reach back out to me. I also put myself or Ezra Moore to reach out to if there's any questions, just because the hiring of a new CFO can be stressful, just because the chief financial officer is a huge role in a company, and so it can be stressful for certain individuals. And right over to Roland. It's not it.
Hi, my name is Roland Meisler. I'm sorry that I had to step out for a second, but I have recently been hired at Midwest Computer Solutions as the CFO, and I'm here to make a bit of a press statement. I'm very excited to be working with Midwest Computer Solutions. I'm originally from San Diego, California. I went to Nebraska Wesleyan for college, where I studied economics, and I have always enjoyed traveling. So what I'd like to do today is go over a quick overview of last year's finances. I wasn't here for all of that, but I would like to go over it to kind of explain how our, as you can see, our payroll system works, how our taxes work, and just how the financials of this company overall work as a whole. So payroll, we have 175 employees, as mentioned by Ezra, currently on our payroll. Most of our employees are factory workers, and the rest consist of corporate, legal, and other in-office jobs such as HR and communications. Payroll is often a business's biggest expense, where it is usually between 25 and 50% of their annual budget. We use 35% of our annual budget towards our employees. The reason being because while we do pay our employees well, we are not a very large company, so we don't have to dish out quite as much of our quite as much of our budget towards payment as a bigger company like Apple or something would. We are well paid, however, where our factory workers can start at $17 an hour, and with raises and time, they can make up to $30 an hour plus benefits and a severance package for retirement. We also have salary positions including CEO, COO, CMO, sales associate, security officer, and many more. And I'm just going to go through how much we spent so we can see how much we have spent, how much we made. So for the year of 2021, we spent a total of $9,245 on all of our employee salaries. And then we have basic costs. So basic costs are basically anything from stipends for vacations to office party costs. And our yearly budget was $250,000, and we spent $237,821 of that, leaving $12,179 left over, which we use in rollover for next year's budget. With maintenance, we have 3 offices and 1 factory, and we budget an estimated maintenance cost yearly. Maintenance includes upkeep, such as keeping all of the locations clean, cleaning supplies, as well as fixing broken things and things of that sort. So we have a $350,000 budget for maintenance in 2021, and we spent $345,900 of that, leaving us $4,100 left over to roll over into the 2022 budget. We provide for insurance, we provide all of our full-time employees as well as tenured employees insurance packages once they retire. On top of that, we pay for liability insurance and property insurance, and we calculate our legal costs as well into our insurance every year, where we have a team of lawyers on call. So for the lawyers, for the insurance as a whole, we budgeted we spent $1,500,000 and we budgeted $1 million, so we were a little bit over, but obviously we can use some of the money from the rollover into that. So then we have our property costs. We own all of our properties, and we are paying mortgages on all 3 of our corporate offices as well as our factory. The offices cost $1.5 million each to build, and our warehouse cost $1 million before any equipment. With these costs in mind, on a 30-year mortgage loan, we pay about $183,000 each year total for mortgages. Office and warehouse equipment. Office equipment is pretty standard, pencils, staplers, printing machines, stuff of that sort. Where the real costs come in is with the factory. Being a computer manufacturing company, we have, as you can imagine, very expensive machines that you have to buy, such as laser printers and lithography machines that are used to make microchips. And we have dozens of more types of machinery. Our equipment cost for 2021 was $457,575 out of a $500,000 budget, with the remaining amount going into rollover for the next year. So now we go into cost of goods sold. So that's going to be including all of the parts. That doesn't include the machines, obviously, but that's going to include all the parts such as the silicone needed to make computer chips, as well as the metal and all of the electronic bits and pieces. There's hundreds, thousands of pieces that go into computers. So the cost of so we generally everything is created in our warehouse except for the microchips for the more expensive and the more complex computers. We can make microchips for things such as Chromebooks and smaller, less complex computers, but the ones that are more complex we usually source from Taiwan, who is the #1 microchip producer in the world. We spent a total of $15 million to create computers in 2021. We budget exactly how much we will spend before the year happens. And if we do end up having to pay more for equipment to make computers, we require anyone who is asking us to pay more for equipment to have an upfront payment for liability and reason. So then we go to gross income. In the year 2021, Midwest Computer Solutions sold 142 orders of over 1,000. That can include anything from laptops to the highest of quality desk computers. That amounted to over 71% of our sales, the rest coming from smaller orders in the hundreds and sometimes rarely though in the dozens. In 2021, Midwest Computer Solutions manufactured over 200,000 computers, from laptops to the highest quality desktop computers, as I mentioned, with an average cost of about $250 per unit. The lower end being maybe $100 to make, the higher end being more like $500 to make. And an average price to distributors of $520. The cost of goods sold for 2021 was $54 million. But that was our gross income. Sorry, our gross income is $54 million. I want to make a quick correction. I meant to say that we spent $40 million in 2021 and we made $54 million. Taxes with our tax team, we do as many deductibles as possible. We do pay a large amount of taxes, but we do also save a lot compared to what we could be paying without deductibles and write-offs. In deductibles and write-offs, we paid almost $8 million total. So then lastly, we go to net income, so that basically means with all of our expenses as before, as well as our gross profit from the year, as well as layover from the previous year, we made over $33 million, and we plan on using that to advance our company's future further by buying new equipment, expanding the market, and hiring more employees. And I do thank you all, and I do thank all of you for listening to my presentation on the financials. And now I'm going to switch gears really quick. And that is it on that presentation. I'm going to talk about my interview, actually, so I don't know how to turn that off, but it's fine. Here. All right, so as I just mentioned, hi, I'm Roland, and I'm going to be presenting on my interview with the owner of San Miguel Olive Farm, Richard Meisler. I want you to all take out your phones if you can and look up San Miguel Olive Farm and just scroll through the website while I talk and look at their products, look at the pictures, look at everything that the website has. Is it aesthetically appealing? Does it make you want olive oil? So Richard was born in New York City. He is a Jewish American man who worked for the Italian mob in the late 50s. He left the mob and built a drum store in which he sold for more than $1 million. He used that money in about 2007 to buy a spot of land in San Miguel. The more bigger known area is the Paso Robles area. It's very well known in more central California. It's more central California on the coast. It's known for its wine and for its olives. So he bought that, started planting olive trees, and started building his house from ground up. He built it by hand with some help, and he has over 60 acres of olive trees alone, which he literally farms by himself, except for the harvesting. So San Miguel Olive Farms has received over 143 awards on their EVO from 2011 to 2022. They have also received NYIOOC World 2022, where they won 2 gold and 3 silver awards for their Tuscan blends in the United States. Basically, that means that they won multiple in olive oil competition terms. That basically means that they won best olive oil in America by multiple competitions. So they also received 3 top awards from LA International. So just to do a quick overview of my interview with Richard, one of the biggest things that he really told me was believing in yourself is an important factor to not only business communications and public speaking, but just into business and life in general. He grew up in a very poor family, as I mentioned. He grew up in the 40s and 50s in New York, where he eventually joined a mob. He joined a mob because he felt like it was his only way to be able to make money and provide for people. And he said that without the mentality that he has today, that he can truly do anything he puts his mind to, he wouldn't be where he is. And it is crazy to think that someone who was born in 1944 in the Bronx can make his way up from the mob to building a music store from the ground up, selling it for millions of dollars, and then going to create his dream and live on a farm, and as well as be able to create olive oil and other olive delicacies. But yeah, he says that confidence is not because with confidence, you can not only make others believe you are comfortable speaking and presenting, but it also helps the presenter speak in the future and overall become a more social and confident person. Thank you.